What's going on, folks? It's your boy Manpreet back on fight day with the Locky two-step, Locky Trinity free parlay, as well as the three best prop bets. We're going to stick it all together in one segment here as the fights actually kick off in just about 3 to 3.5 hours. Just a quick update. I flew back in last night just after midnight. And I got right down to work in terms of the Road to UFC event that went down this morning at 6 a.m. So I wanted to ensure that I got my content out for my Patreon folks. And I went to sleep at maybe 5:30 a.m. and now it is currently 12:30 a.m. So I got up as soon as I could, feel a little bit rested, still feeling it a little bit, but I still wanted to get this out for you guys, because I know you guys really enjoy these segments here. So I do appreciate the understanding and the bearing with your boy and the patience and all that, considering everything that flying out for a family emergency this past week. So things should get back to normal now. I'll be researching the Road to UFC Day 2 fights pretty much after I wrap up this podcast and whatever other fight day content that I have to drop for you guys. I will not be dropping an immediate reactions podcast for this UFC event. Will not be able to have the time nor the energy, so I just want to kick back and watch the fights later tonight and just kind of unwind from the long week that I've had of flying, traveling, and grieving, if that's another thing out there. So yeah, again, appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support, and let's get right into these spots for you guys here. So we'll start off with the Locky two-step. We'll go with the first up with Melissa Gatto. I just think she's the far superior fighter here to Tamir's Vidal. Vidal is a little bit too reckless, throws a lot of power, so there is that chance of a potential Hail Mary KO, but I think Gatto is pretty much better everywhere. She's the better striker, a better BJJ specialist, has the better gas tank as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if she eventually drags this fight late and gets a finish in the second or third round. I think she's worth the chalk in the spot. Second stop is going to be Adrian Yanez, who I think is the superior striker here to Vinicius Salvador, who's just a little bit too flashy and loves to throw his spinning stuff, his flying stuff, his weird behind leg calf kick weird thing that he does. I think he just gets a little bit too sucked up in that showmanship, and I feel like Yanez will be able to counter him effectively here, hurt him a couple times. I don't know if he'll be able to put him away, considering the unorthodox and weird movement of Salvador and some of the chin and durability we've seen from him in the past, but I think Yanez will be able to land the better shots and ultimately win this fight on the scorecards. Chalky here, again, the card is pretty much chalky all around, but I dropped this on Wednesday while I was out visiting the in-laws. Normally I drop these on Monday, but again, given the circumstances, I had to push things back a little bit. So I dropped this on Wednesday to the Patreon folks, and it was minus 160. As of right now, as of this recording, it's dropped down to minus 176. So again, another reason to support your boy. Jump on the Patreon page. You'll be able to get these Locky Trinity and Locky two-steps way earlier in the week before I drop it for free to the public, the day before the fights. So if you want to complete the Locky Trinity, you guys can add in Angela Hill, who I feel pretty good about here. She's taken on Luana Pinheiro, who's pretty much, she has most of her success in the early stages of fights, but I think Angela Hill has a good enough track record, good enough experience, and I think we'll see her utilize her volume style, her movement, her improved takedown defense and get-ups, and she'll be able to keep Luana Pinheiro working throughout this matchup. And I think we'll see Angela Hill grind this one out with her volume, with her output, and just beat Pinheiro on the numbers, probably in the second or third round. You might be able to get a good number on her live going into the second round, but I still feel good enough in her pre-fight that I'll throw her into the Locky Trinity. And again, earlier this week when I dropped it to the Patreon folks, plus 179 was a number you were able to get, but now with some action coming in on all three legs, it's dropped down to plus 161. So there you guys go, the Locky two-step and the Locky Trinity. Now let's get right into the three best prop bets. Just I usually do the recaps for each of these segments at the top of the show. The Locky two-step did end up hitting for us last week with Woodson and Ulberg at plus 107, but Borshev did drop the ball for us and was unable to cash our Locky Trinity. So for the 3 best prop bets, we went 1 of 2 as Veronica Hardy won by decision at plus 120. Billy Goff, inside the distance, he gave us a fighting chance at plus 270 with how he was going forward. I thought he would showcase a little bit better gas tank so he could get Trey Waters out of there, who seemed to be hurt on a few occasions, but he was unable to close the show. And then I really expected a calm, cool, and collected approach from Carlos Ulberg, but I did not take into consideration Alonzo Menifield's bonehead approach, which was to try to rush Ulberg and try to get him out of there quickly, and Ulberg obliged, and he showed why he was the better striker and was able to get the finish there. So we go 1 and 2 on the 3 best prop bets. And the long shot does not come through with Terrence McKinney round 1 sub not having a prayer there as Esteban Rivabex puts him right out. All right, let's hope for some better luck this time around. Let's get right into it. First, best prop bet up that I have for you guys here is Angela Hill by decision at plus 100. She has won pretty much every single one of her fights by decision. I believe the last time she won a fight by finish was due to a cut. Again, just as I explained earlier, volume, great footwork, pressure, again, better cardio game than Pinheiro. I just think she's the better overall fighter here. Pinheiro has more danger early in this fight, but I think Hill will start to pull away later on in this fight and get her hand raised by decision. And at plus 100, not a bad spot. Second one is going to be Adrian Yanez by decision at plus 270. He's known to go out there and knock his opponents out, but Salvador's unorthodox movement, striking approach, and footwork will make it hard for Yanez to land the cleanest shots to try to put Salvador out. Salvador obviously has a great chin, great durability as well, and I think that Yanez will struggle to find the clean shot to put him clean out, which is why I think he'll just batter him over the course of 15 minutes and win this fight on the scorecards. The third best prop bet that I got for you guys is going to be Ramiz Brahimaj round 1 sub at plus 450. I think he's the far superior BJJ specialist here compared to Themba Gorimbo, who's a little bit too wild and reckless. He normally throws big winging shots, which I think Brahimaj will be able to change levels on, get this fight to the ground, slowly work his way to the back, and then from there he should be able to strangle Gorimbo, who normally takes a grapple-heavy approach himself, but I just don't think he's as slick as Brahimaj in the BJJ realm. So give me Brahimaj round 1 sub plus 450. The long shot that we're going to go with here is going to be Melissa Gatto round 3 plus 850 over Tamiris Vidal. I do think that, like I said earlier in the segment here, I think Gatto is just the far superior fighter here, and as Vidal starts to slow down and Gatto's pressure starts to catch up to her, that's going to allow for many opportunities for Gatto to eventually get the finish in this spot. I'm hoping that Vidal has what it takes to get to the third round at least, and then from there hopefully Gatto is able to really put the foot on the gas and get this woman out of there. So Gatto round 3 plus 850 is going to be my long shot for UFC Vegas 92. Again, appreciate all the love, appreciate all the understanding from this past week and everything that was going on with the fam. Should be back to normal with all the content next week. I don't think there's a UFC next week, but there is surely some regional events, which I will be breaking down on the Lock of the Night Patreon page, but I will also pick one regional event to break down for you guys as an MMA Lockcast bonus episode. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are looking for Road to UFC breakdowns for day 2, I'll be posting those on the Patreon page. Make sure you guys check that out. Otherwise, good luck on all your action this weekend, folks, and I will see you again sometime next week. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.